Hi everyone. So my name is Aquila Moon. I am an astrologer and a tarot reader, and I will be interpreting today the new moon solar eclipse we'll be having in Leo on August 12th. Thank you to Nadia for having me on her channel. So this is a major eclipse. The last time we had eclipses in Leo was in the year of 2018, if you could think back to what was going on then in the summer, because we're revisiting that energy again, right? But in a different way. Astrologically, I look at the eclipse of Leo as a stepping into your light eclipse. Leo asks us to be more visible, courageous. It's more heart-centered, and it is also willing to take ownership of whatever it is that it is creating, okay? So we're going to go over the themes of the new moon in Leo first, and then I'm going to go into each zodiac sign and how it is going to basically, what themes each zodiac sign will have with this new moon and Leo eclipse. So let's get into it. So some of the themes for this new moon will be becoming more visible and allowing yourself to be seen. Okay, creative projects and receiving new beginnings. Okay, romantic and dating matters of the heart are going to come into focus with this eclipse as well. Children, fertility, parenting, relationships that you also have with children and also your inner child, reclaiming joy, pleasure, and play. Now, when we're looking at Leo, we're also going to be thinking about the opposite energy, the partnership sign, which is Aquarius, because the energy of this eclipse does involve Aquarius because there will be an opposition. So we want to look back at childhood, and we also want to look at what we're doing right now. And is it something that we dreamt of, that we hoped of, right? We're also going to be looking at some other themes where you're going to be discovering what you genuinely want, not what others expect from you, right? Taking creative risk, personal branding, entrepreneurship, and putting your name on something. There could be a change in your relationship with fame, popularity, public recognition. Remember, these are going to be heart-centered decisions with this eclipse. Leaving situations where you also have been hiding or shrinking yourself, or playing a supporting role. It's a big character energy at this point. So because Leo is opposite Aquarius, like I said, we are going to be looking at those energies. We're going to be asking ourselves larger questions when you have an opposition with Aquarius, because Aquarius is all about thinking long-term, future-wise as well, right? So you're going to be asking yourself some questions. You're going to be asking yourself, am I living for myself, or am I living primarily for the expectations of the group? Okay. This can bring about changes involving friendships, communities, social media, audiences, and collective spaces versus your individual identity, right? Do they match? Are they aligned? This eclipse is especially significant for people with planets that are at angles around 16 to 14 degrees of Leo, Aquarius, Taurus, or Scorpio. Those are the fixed placements. So those will definitely get some strong influences. So now that we're stepping into our light with this Leo new moon, let's get into the zodiac signs and see how this is going to also influence your zodiac sign. I would definitely check for your sun, moon, and rising if you can. So let's start off with Aries. Aries, this is going to be taking place in your fifth house. This is going to be important for you, Aries, because your fifth house is your house of creativity, romance, children, and joy. So this is a creative eclipse for you, Aries. From what I'm seeing, there can be a possibility of new romantic interests, starting new creative projects, greater confidence in expressing yourself, okay, not hiding away. Children becoming a major focus, or your childlike energy coming out more, reconnecting with hobbies and things that make you happy, Aries. You may be more willing to also take more romantic risk for some of you Aries, potentially becoming more visible through your talents. So if you have a talent, Aries, this is the time to kind of plant that seed. New moons are when the sun and the moon are together. So your inner world and outer world are together. So what is happening right now that you can plant a seed in, that in this another 6 months to a year you can see some type of growth. So the theme for you Aries is what brings me joy, and where does it deserve a bigger place in my life? Look at that as one of the big indicators for this eclipse. So for Taurus, this is happening in your fourth house of home. This is affecting your home, family, and emotional foundation. So this eclipse can initially be very important, very, very important to Taurus, because Taurus likes their comfort, right? And a lot of you Taurus seek comfort at home. So this can play a major part. So this eclipse is going to initiate a major home and family chapter for you Tauruses out there. So moving or changing your living situation can be something that can be happening. Renovating or improving your home can be happening right now. Family developments can be taking place as well, establishing greater independence from family, healing old familial patterns. You can be becoming more confident. Also about like, where do you belong? Where do you feel like you belong in the world? That could be something that you're asking yourself if you don't feel at home, right? Or if you want to travel, right? Creating a home that reflects who you are now, not who you were 9 years ago in 2018, right? So for Taurus, this eclipse is asking you, does my home support the person that I'm becoming? For Geminis, communication, learning, and immediate environment. Yes, Gemini, this is going to be affecting your speech. It's going to be a powerful eclipse for your voice, okay? You know, launching a podcast, a YouTube channel, a blog, or a social media project. Important conversations are going to be had during this eclipse. Writing or teaching can happen. Learning new skills. If you're interested in taking some type of technical class or online class, go for it. A new vehicle, a transport situation. So there could be some changes also involving your siblings, Gemini. There can be some short distance traveling taking place as well. You can be becoming more confident in your speaking ability and speaking publicly with other people. You're not going to doubt yourself as much. This is especially strong for anyone who wants to use their voice professionally. So you can now kind of have that backup with this eclipse to really put that energy there. So the theme for you Gemini is going to be with this eclipse, my voice has value and I'm ready to be heard. You want to definitely hone in on those themes. For Cancer, this is going to be happening in your second house of money, income, possessions, and self-worth, right? So this is important because a money house is really about materializing things, right? Earth houses. So new source of income can happen for some Cancers out there if you've been looking for new work or trying to pick up more work, new job or financial opportunities, monetizing your talent. So for those Cancers that have a skill or a talent and feel that it's time to finally take that leap to invest in yourself and try to kind of make money from those skills, great time for that. Becoming more independent financially, that is definitely a big indication with this eclipse. Changing your spending habits. So you can be changing how you are using your money and what you're spending your money on, right? Your earned income, what you're earning, how you're making your money. Purchasing something significant could be also a big thing. Reevaluating what you truly value, right? What matters to you. Building confidence around your ability to provide for yourself and being independent is a big, big part of this eclipse. So you are going to have to ask yourself, what is it that matters to you at this point and what do you want to spend your money on? So, but Leo's going to ask you not just to make money. It's going to ask you, do you recognize your value in the money that you're making? Are you being paid for what you feel that you're providing, the service that you're giving? So the theme for you Cancer is, am I worthy of being well compensated for what I bring to the world? Okay? So we're going to move on to Leo, big dog in the house. Leo, this is happening in your first house. Happy birthday to the Leos. This is going to be about your identity, your appearance. A completely new version of yourself is emerging right now, Leo. And this is big, big, big eclipse for Leo. Whatever was happening 9 years ago from 2018 to now, who are you now? You know, reinventing yourself. Changing your appearance, becoming more visible if you're already not visible, because you guys are always so fabulous. Starting new professional chapters also with some of you Leos out there. Greater confidence, right? Taking more leadership initiative in your life. Changing your personal brand, right? Who you are is not who you used to be. New opportunities arriving because you put yourself forward. You took the initiative. You applied yourself. Ending old versions of yourself, saying goodbye to those things, people, places, and things that are just not for you anymore. And becoming less concentrated about other people's approval about what you're doing and how you're doing it, right? So you may suddenly also realize, Leo, that you don't want to live the old version of yourself anymore. You're ready for a new version, right? And this may be those eclipses where months later you look back and you're like, oh wow, like your entire life changed around this time. Okay. So Virgos, this is going to be happening for you. This eclipse is taking place in your 12th house. This is really like a healing house, ending, spirituality, unconsciousness. This is important because some of you guys do work in the public, or you work in the public. This is going to be important for you too. So releasing something from the past, ending unhealthy patterns. Maybe needing more solitude and more rest, you know, spiritual development, becoming more faith driven, dreams becoming more significant as well. Working behind the scenes, right? At something that you want to manifest. Healing emotional wounds, that could be a big thing for you at this moment, and preparing for major new beginnings that hasn't fully manifested yet. So like I said, you're working behind the scenes with this eclipse, Virgo. You may feel like things are happening behind the scenes before they become more visible, and that's really going to be good for you, because the theme for you with this eclipse is, before I step into my new chapter, I must release what no longer belongs there, right? So we're cleaning house right now, Virgo. So cleaning house, organizing things, getting rid of things that that are not useful to us anymore. If maybe 9 years ago it could have been useful at the last eclipse in 2018, but right now we're in a new chapter, in a new phase. So let's move on to Libra. Libra, this is happening in your 11th house of friends, network, audience, and future goals. Okay, so this could be a major solar eclipse for you, Libra. Major solar eclipse for new friendships, joining new communities, meeting influential people, growing an audience, social media opportunities, new collaborations, important connections through groups. I mean, the dream of a long-term goal finally becoming possible for some of you Libras. Leaving friendships also behind that are no longer really aligning with your future self right now, right? So for people building businesses, platforms, or communities, this can be practically very powerful for you right now, Libra. So the theme that you want to look at right now is, the right people can help me reach the future I'm creating. So if you feel like you've had the wrong type of people around you, the circle of people you feel that is next to you is not really where you need to be, this is going to be the impetus for the change with this eclipse. So Scorpio, this is happening in your 10th house. Wow. Career, reputation, public visibility, something that Scorpios shy away from. But for some reason, this eclipse is going to put you in the limelight. It's going to put you out there, or you're going to put yourself out there. This is one of the strongest career eclipse of the zodiac, Scorpio. There's a career breakthrough happening for a lot of you guys. Promotion, new professional direction. For some of you Scorpios, you may be changing your job, your career, or even your life path at this point, right? Becoming more visible. Go outside. Don't stay in the house. Go out and show yourself. You know, leadership opportunities can also be coming to some of you Scorpios. I know you don't like to always be in charge, but for some reason, this eclipse is going to put you in leadership positions. It is going to also have leaders, people in authority really looking at you and the work that you've been doing. Recognition for that work, Starting your own business. For those of you that have that energy in you to create something, now is the time for that, Scorpio. So also two major changes in authority with authority figures. Not sure if a boss will leave, a new boss will come in, you may become the boss, but there will be a change with authority figures at your work, or you may be taking on new roles in your life as that authority figure. So changing your public image as well. Some of you may be going through a makeover, a change, which is always good, to kind of just facilitate the new person that you're becoming in this new public persona, right? So it's a really big eclipse for you in terms of really just leaving a career path that's no longer representing you, or projecting, propelling more, progressing more in the career path that you feel that is for you, and just promoting yourself, getting higher in the ladder with your career. So Scorpio may find themselves being pushed into greater visibility and authority. Isn't that lovely, Scorpio? The fact that Pluto is in Aquarius for you guys, you're not going to be able to hide. Show your talent, show your skills, please. So the theme for you, Scorpio, is I'm ready to be recognized for what I am capable of during this eclipse, okay? You got this. For Sagittarius, this is going to be happening in your 9th house, Sagittarius, of travel, spirituality, education, and everything that you love to do, which is expand. This eclipse wants Sagittarius to expand their world, okay? If you thought that you already did, no. International travel, moving abroad, higher education, teaching, publishing, spiritual developments, astrology, psychology, religion becoming a little bit more important to some of you, right? Legal or immigration matters are going to be at play here. What's going on, right? If you are traveling, or if you are going somewhere, what are the contracts that I have to abide by? What is the country that I want to live in, or where is the place that I want to travel to or learn from or study? What are the regulations? What paperwork do I need? Connecting with people from different cultures could be another thing for you, Sagittarius, and discovering new belief systems. Something that also gives you faith, something that you can put your trust in. You may find that can be happening during this eclipse. It can represent the beginning of a much larger life chapter for you. So open your mind, open your heart, open your wallet, and get those passports renewed. So the theme is for you, Sagittarius, my world is bigger than I thought. Okay? You are on this journey, and you are just going to keep riding it if you continue, especially with this eclipse happening in a fire placement, which is your sister placement as well. So Capricorn, this is happening for you in your 8th house. This has a theme to do with intimacy, shared finances, transformation. This eclipse brings attention to deep emotional and financial entanglements, right? So let's talk about it. Shared finances with another person, debts, taxes, investments, loans, inheritance, sexual intimacy, right? Emotional vulnerability with another person, deep psychological healing for those of you that are going through therapy or would like to go therapy or open up to therapy, releasing control. That's going to be a big thing. Transforming a significant relationship, right? Like if you've been dating someone and you decide that you don't want to be in that relationship anymore, that may happen. If you're married, a divorce may happen, or you may renew your vows. If you're in a relationship and you're committed, but you would like to take the vows to marry, that can also be something else that can be taking place for you, Capricorn. So Capricorns may be learning the true strength isn't always about being completely self-sufficient. Sometimes we need another person, Cap. And this eclipse is going to highlight that, right? Capricorn may be learning the true strength isn't always about, hey, it's all about me and I'm independent, right? The theme for you, Capricorn, is I can transform by allowing deeper trust and vulnerability. And I know that's really hard, but if you trust that person, or that whatever the thing that comes up is, be vulnerable and allow it to happen. Allow it. You can't control the 8th house. You just have to let things flow. So I hope you guys enjoyed the eclipse, and whatever comes up, remember, you can transform it. Now we're looking at Aquarius. Aquarius, this is important for you because this is going to be happening in your 7th house. Okay, relationship, marriage, and partnership. This is extremely significant because Leo is directly opposite you. Okay, whatever happens to Leo, it ping pongs back to you. The eclipse is a very important part of this chapter for you in romantic relationships, marriage, business partnerships, contracts, clients, one-on-one partnerships, attracting a significant person into your life, right? Redefining what commitment means to you, ending relationships that no longer reflect who you are right now, right? Like, who are you now? The last time there was an eclipse was 9 years ago in 2018. Who are you now, Aquarius? This is what we're looking at, right? Aquarius, you're going to be asking yourself, who do I want beside me as I enter into my next chapter? And are the people next to me who I want? Like, are they who you want to be next to you as you're moving more into your journey in life? You know, think about that. And if you feel like these people are those people, then create more experiences with them, you know. So for singles, this can coincide with meeting someone significant, okay? And for those of you Aquariuses that are partnered, the relationship may enter new stages of commitment and redefinition of what you feel is best for your relationship moving forward. And Pisces, so for you, this eclipse is going to be taking place in the 6th house, Pisces, okay? So your work, your health routines, and your daily life, right? This eclipse can completely reset your daily lifestyle. So if you have some bad habits and you'd like to break them, boom, Leo is here to help you. This eclipse is happening at a later degree in Leo, which means it's more mature. So we're looking at new job, new work environment, changes in schedules, new responsibilities, right? New coworkers, developing healthier routines for yourself, becoming more organized in your day, changing how you work, okay? Changing how you use your time, as well as finding more purpose in your everyday life, okay? If your life is not fulfilling, what can you do now that can change that for the next 6 months to a year? Okay, Leo wants Pisces to stop treating their daily life as something insignificant, okay? So if you need more whatever, life, joy, happiness, you must facilitate that into your schedule. It must be planned. You must put it into your schedule. If you like to paint, if you like to write, put it into your schedule. If you play music, if you draw, if you like mathematics, put it into your schedule to do. If your work life is a little bit too exhausting, find a way to put the things you love doing into your schedule and make it systematic, okay? So, theme for you, Pisces, will be my everyday life should support the life I want to create. So, I hope that everyone understands that these themes are very important, especially you Pisces, especially you, your little changes, the little small changes that you make during this eclipse will go a long way for you, long way, especially helping you feel like you're more in control of your day and your schedule. So the 4 most activated signs, I say, are the fixed signs during this eclipse because they will be a turning point for them, especially if they have any natal placements in those degree points of 20 degrees of the fixed signs. So, you know, pay particular attention to that. Those fixed signs are Leo, Aquarius, Taurus, and Scorpio. I hope you guys really enjoyed my interpretation of the Leo new moon, and I will see you guys next month for the next full moon cycle.